Ron, Day played a big role tonight with Andrew out. How did you think he performed, and do you have an update on Rhodey?
Day did a really good job today stepping into that role. We found out at tip time that that Andrew was not going to play today. And I think that Day did a really good job of getting us started correctly, especially offensively. We got the N1, I think the first play of the game, in transition off of a step-up ball screen. I think he did a really good job today.
Coach, Jacob and Elijah obviously give you a lot from that position. You also played them together some. What does the versatility of those two guys bring to your lineups?
Jacob and Elijah, they're both very unique because they can shoot, they can post, and Jacob's a really good passer as well. I think they play well with one another. And, you know, I even had Jacob, Elijah, and Blake out there together at some point tonight. So, I mean, it's a bigger lineup, more physical lineup, and I'm hoping that that is something that, you know, down the line we could potentially use.
Zach and then Jeff.
With about 4 minutes left in the first half, Coppin State cut it to 6. IMAC then had 3 threes, an assist, a block, and a steal in the last 4 minutes. Just what does that say about his impact for this team?
It's really important for us to get IMAC to shoot the ball when he's open. I actually think he passed up way too many shots early on in that first half. And he wants to be a team player. He really does. He impacts the game in so many different ways, as you said. But the one part about his game is defensively, where he really helps his team. IMAC is one of our best defenders right now. So, you know, we just need him to take the combination of being one of our better defenders and also playing the role of being a guy that can, you know, if he has a window, that he has the green light to shoot the ball.
Jeff and then Preston.
Sharma did not shoot the ball well tonight. He didn't look uncomfortable at the point. Is that a position he can play, or was he just kind of promoted with Andrew out tonight?
Well, Andrew being out kind of forced us to think about some things. We have used Ish in that position in practice just for this reason, and he didn't look uncomfortable, but I know it's something that he has to kind of get more comfortable with.
Preston and then Mike.
Yeah, just 2 games in, you know, going into a bigger challenge on Friday. Just how would you assess where you all are?
Mm-hmm. Well, I like that today we got to play against his own, you know, consistently. And I like that we made some mistakes, because the only way that we can grow and journey is to fail sometimes. You know, I know that failure is something that people don't want to experience. None of us do. But the truth is that without it, you really can't identify where your weaknesses are. So right now, I'm really thankful for some of the things that we experienced today, including some of the mistakes that we made, not only as a team, but also individually, because we also have to find out who we are and who we can trust in certain situations. And instead of me making that decision for them, we let the game kind of expose that. And we grow and we learn. And we're always going to celebrate the things that we do well. And then we're just going to focus on and work on the things that we need improvement on. So where we are right now, I actually think we have the potential to be a pretty good defensive team. I really do. I think we have enough size. I think we have some decent length. I think we have some decent quickness on the perimeter. And if we continue to journey and value the little things, I think that this team has a chance to be really good defensively. And that's the part that's really exciting for me.
Sticking with that theme, Jacob made some big plays defensively. He seems to have some of those instincts for the steals, the blocks, the help and the recover. What have you seen from him on that end? And is that a natural talent? Is it something he's working on?
The reason we recruited Jacob is because he's pretty complete. He can shoot, he can pass, you know, and the one area that we knew we were going to have to coach him up on was going to be his defense. And I think that he is doing a really good job of taking steps forward. Being good defensively takes a tremendous amount of effort. You know, we work on it every day. It's not natural to many being uncomfortable that way. Nobody gets on SportsCenter for being, you know, for sliding defensively and keeping a guy in front. That doesn't make, you know, a top 10 play. But we all know that that's the reason why you do have success. Jacob, honestly, has been a bright spot in a lot of different ways. Last game to this game, doesn't matter the opponent. We're talking about just the ability to see things, you know, to keep a guy in front, to play unselfish, you know, to just to have those instincts that allow you to make plays that just kind of stand out. You guys watch him play. I think there's still more to him.
You said this team has a chance to be really good defensively. Where would you rate where they are right now? Obviously, you held them to 45 points, but yeah, how would you say it is right now?
Well, there's not a rating scale on this. This isn't, we're trying to get to level 10 and we're on level 2. That's not it. For us, it's more of understanding and concepts. When you're practicing, if your offense is set and you know exactly what a team is going to run, it's very easy to look good that way. You know how I'm trying to evaluate the defense is when it's unconventional and it's unpredictable. Are we covering for one another? Are we being more anticipatory than reactive? Are we contesting every shot? Because if we're not, are we blocking out every single possession? Are we resting off the ball? Did we lose vision? Are we chasing our man? There's a lot of different things that go into being really good defensively. And honestly, until I watch the film, I can't even tell you where we are. I know that we're journeying in the right direction. And I think that there's a genuine desire of this group to be good defensively. And that's the part that, in that area, I think, if I had to give us, kind of say where we are there, I think we're in a really good spot there.
Time for 2 more, Greg, and then Jeff.
Yeah, I know after the game last week, Jacob had said he's learned a lot just from watching Elijah and how good Elijah is. Have you seen those two and Elijah's influence as an older player on Jacob?
Well, actually, when we were recruiting Elijah, he was really excited about Jacob. Elijah he's a basketball fan. So he would go to other AAU games, and when he knew that Jacob was going to be here, he actually told me, I think he's really talented. I can't wait to spend some time with him. So they have kind of that West Coast connect to begin with. They go against each other in practice a lot. And I think that's something that's definitely helping Jacob, but I think it's also helping Elijah to go up against somebody who is that quick, that strong. I think they have a good partnership on the practice court.
Jeff, bring us home.
Did you expect Coppin to play as much zone as it did? And as the game went on, did you feel like you got better against it, or were there changes you saw?
I didn't know what to expect from Coppin. They've shown a lot of different things. I mean, they've had games where they played a lot more man. It's not just a zone, it's more of a matchup zone. So once you come off a ball screen, the 5-man leaves the lane, and now he's impacting the ball screen. So it's a little different than your typical zone. I do believe we got better as the game went on, and we threw some high-low passes, things that we wanted to see. When Rhodey's out, because he's one guy that does calm the group and organizes us, you can see the difference. When the youth of the guys are out there. Rhodey's a little older. He's been around the block, so he settles the group a little bit, and you can see some of that was lacking today. But as a whole, I do think that they got better. They understood it. We'll watch it. This is fantastic for us right now, to watch it, to learn, to grow, and to get better for the next time we see something, like that.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.